Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Scott's Selections here for Thursday, September 24th. We're getting today's play of the day. Quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up giving out a look-ahead line on a money line parlay in the NFL. So check out that video if you want that breakdown. But for today's play of the day, we're going to be looking at the NFL once again. We could have looked at the Lakers and Nuggets game 4, but the truth is that series has been pretty unpredictable. I'm not sure what to expect, so for that reason, we're not going to be touching on it. But there is a Thursday night football game between the Dolphins and the Jaguars, and the play of the day is going to be on the total. We're going to be going with the over 48, which is available on DraftKings at -110 at time recording of 3:30 a.m. Eastern time. A couple reasons why I like the over in the spot. First of all, the line has climbed up dramatically as it opened up at 44. Now it's up to 48.5, give or take. It's at 48.5 on FanDuel. It's at 48 on DraftKings, and it's at 49 on Fox Bet. So I expect this line to continue climbing, but DraftKings right now at 48 is the best line you can find. And for that reason, we're going to be giving that out at -110. The first reason, because of the fact that you're saving either half a point or a full point, depending on where you shop around. The other reasons are because of the fact that both these teams are very solid over teams moving forward. Both teams have solid offenses, as Miami ended up scoring 28 points at home last week against Buffalo. They ended up losing the game, but they scored 28 points. Fitzpatrick got back on track, threw a couple touchdowns, and he looked pretty sharp. Meanwhile, Jacksonville has looked very solid offensively so far this season, as they have scored at least 27 points in each of the first two games. They scored 30 last week in a road loss to Tennessee. Both teams ended up scoring at least 28 points last week, so they do have some offensive firepower, and I think that should show in this game. Plus, both teams defensively have been very underwhelming. Are they as bad as Detroit and Atlanta defensively? Maybe not. Both teams are allowing at least 26 points per game. Miami gave up 31 points to Buffalo last week, including 400-plus passing yards from Josh Allen. Plus, Byron Jones, their number one corner, is currently unavailable, and he's out for this game as he's dealing with some injuries. So the secondary is banged up, and the secondary wasn't very good to begin with. Second of all, Jacksonville gave up 33 points last week to Tennessee. So both teams, just to recap, ended up scoring at least 28 points last week, and they allowed at least 31 points last week. The total's at 48. This total is way too low for me, especially in Jacksonville, where the weather should be pretty nice on Thursday. You're looking at 80 degrees, overcast, pretty much no rain to speak of whatsoever. It's going to be a little bit of wind, nothing serious, but at the end of the day, a couple of clouds, nothing much to write home about. So I do expect Fitzpatrick and Minshew, who did look very sharp last week together. I think they will put up very solid numbers in a pass-heavy attack against both underwhelming defenses. You saw what happened last week on Thursday Night Football. Seems like this season the offenses are ahead of the defense, which is why you have seen the average total in any game higher than it has been just based on results. It's the highest scoring season we've had so far in the history of the NFL. And I think that trend will continue on Thursday night, as both teams have been very underwhelming defensively and offensively. Minshew and Fitzpatrick both have the gunslinger mentality, and I think that they will both be able to throw for several touchdowns and lead their teams to at least 24 points respectively. I think this game could easily get into the high 50s potentially, but at 48, I think that total is way too low, and I think you should see this game probably finish somewhere in the realm of, I'm going to say 30-27, and this game's going to go pretty high over the total. So once again, the play of the day here for Thursday, September 24th, is going to be on the Thursday night football game. We're going to be taking the over 48, which is available at -110 on DraftKings between the Dolphins and the Jaguars. That's an installment of Scott's Selections. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.